Good morning and welcome to our Food for Thought segment. This is for the sports betting top picks and plays for the National Hockey League, the NHL. My name is Abby. Thank you for joining me. We have a slate of games for the National Hockey League, the NHL. We're going to start off first with the 7 o'clock game. It's our early game tonight. This will be Utah at Columbus. We're going to look at the over-under here. It's at 6.5 in Columbus. Utah favored. So now it's come all the way down to 5.5, the total. You're wondering where we're getting this information from. It's here at oddslogic.com. We get all the updated information here for the latest totals, over-unders, money line plays, injury report for hockey. It's oddslogic.com. Okay, so we're going to look into this game. That's that's Utah at Columbus. This game is in Columbus. So look into this game now. This game here, they played actually a week ago in Utah. Again, was the total of 6. It was under 6, 3-2. Columbus won in overtime. It was under 6 goals. Utah, since then, they are overall actually, they're 1-4 last 5 games and are 0-5 to the under. Columbus 5-4-1 last 10 games. 2-8 to the under. 3-2 last 5 games and are 1-4 to the under. Well, my play for this game is simple. It's basically the under pass. I like the under here, under 5.5 goals. Utah Columbus. I don't have a play on the side. Let me double check one other thing here quickly. Let me see. Yeah, no other play on the side. I'm gonna take the under in this game. That's the best play for this game, under. Next game to look at here, it's going to be Philadelphia at Washington, total 5.5. So Philadelphia's at home. Washington favored. Still, the number's still at 5.5. That was the opening number. It's a total 5.5. Washington favored. Nothing's changed. We'll look at the matchup here. They've already played 2 times. That was early in the season, beginning of the season. First game was in Philadelphia. The total was 6. Washington won 4-1 under. Second game, the next day, October 23rd, but it was in Washington. It was a home-and-home series. Total was 6. Washington won 6-3. It went over 6 goals. Since then, Washington last 10 games 7-1-2 in the last 10 games, 3-7 to the under. Washington 2-3 last 5 games, and are 3-2 to the over. Philadelphia 4-5-1 last 10 games, 3-7 to the under. They're coming off a 2-game road trip, Philadelphia. And you know how I am already, backing teams coming off a road trip. So Philadelphia's lost 4 straight games. They're 1-4 to the under. So both teams here, Washington playing to the over, Philly playing to the under. Let's look at this one. Yeah, this game here, I gotta take the under here, under 5.5 goals. And I might go as far as, let me see. Let me look at the, let's look at the puck line. I'm gonna look at the puck line for a minute in this one. Take a puck line look at this. Look at the puck line here. in this game. Yeah, I'll take. I'm gonna take Washington on the money line. That's the smarter play. Washington on the money line. I like the under 5.5 goals on Washington again. I think they have Philadelphia's number, and I like him here in this spot. Next game, Ottawa at Tampa Bay. Total 5.5. Tampa Bay favored at home. Still, we're seeing a 6 now. It's gone. Circa's got it at 6, so it's starting to move to 6, but it's mainly 5.5. That's Ottawa, Tampa Bay. In this matchup here, they did play actually. This is a home and home. Actually, no. They're playing back to back here. They're playing in Tampa, so they played before about 2 days ago in Tampa. The total is 5.5. Tampa Bay won 4-3 and went over the total. So this is the second matchup. I don't see anything changing. I'm going to take the over in this game. Over 5.5 goals. It's starting to go to 6, so I expect this to go over the total again. So I would bet the over. Over 5.5, 6. Nothing's going to change on that. On the side, nothing on the side. I'll leave the side alone. Next game, Jersey and Vegas. This one's opened up at 6. Jersey favored at home. Now we're seeing 5.5 across the board. That's Jersey and Las Vegas. This one here. First meeting of the season between these two teams. 2-5-2-1. Last 10 games. 4-4-2. Over under Vegas. Vegas has lost 4 straight games. They're 1-4 last 5 games. Vegas is on a 4-game road trip. This is the third game of the 4 games. This one here, Vegas is 1-3-1 to the under. That's Vegas in the last 5 games. Jersey, they're coming off a road trip. So they're off the road trip. They're off a 2-game road. Actually, yeah, they're off a 2-game road trip. They are 3-2 last 5 games and are 3-2 to the over. That's New Jersey. This one here. I'm going to look at the under 5.5 goals. I like the under here. Jersey, New Jersey, Vegas, I like the under. Both teams are trending to the under. So I like the under in this spot. Yeah, I like that here. Under 5.5 for me. Next game, Carolina at Minnesota. Open up 5.5 total. Carolina favored in Minnesota. Still at 5.5. Look into this one further. Carolina, Minnesota. They did play last month in Carolina. Total is 5.5. Minnesota won in Carolina 4-0. I was under 5. So this is the second meeting. Overall, 6-3-1 last 10 games. Carolina against other opposition. 3-6-1 to the under. Carolina last 10 games. Carolina's lost 2 games in a row. 1 on the road, 1 at home. They are 2-3 last 5 games and are 1-4 to the under. Minnesota 4-6 last 10 games, 4-5-1 to the under. Minnesota is coming off a 5-game road trip. They are 3-2 last 5 games on the 5-game road trip, and are 1-3-1 to the under. So both teams are playing to the under. And we're looking at this one 5.5. I think this is the first meeting of the season. Let's see. I think it's the first meeting. They played before 4-0. They played last month. I don't see anything changing here. I like the under. Both teams are the current form. Both teams are trending to the under in their current form after 5 games, or the last 5 games. And last month they played to the under. So everything basically correlates and connects to the under. Under 5.5 goals. I like the under here. That's Carolina, Minnesota. So the next game we'll be looking at is Florida at St. Louis. Total 5.5. And it's up to, and the money line is 160. So Florida favored on the road. Right now we're still seeing 5.5. Hasn't really moved. Florida is still favored. So we're going to look into this game further. Again, if you're wondering where we're getting this information from, just as a reminder, oddslogic.com. Get all the latest updated information for over-under moves, money line moves, injury report. Oddslogic.com for the NHL. Okay, so this game here, Florida at St. Louis. Let's check the past history on this game. So they played December of last year, towards the end of the year. This is in Florida, December 20th. The total at that time, 6.5. Florida won 2-1 in overtime. So this is the second meeting. Florida, last 10 games, 6-4 against the other opponents or other opposition. 3-2 last 5 games. And 2-1 last 5 games. That's the over-under. So Florida, they've lost their last 2 road games on the road. Lost their last 2 games on the road. Although they did go over. The last game they went over the total on the road. For the St. Louis side, St. Louis 4-5-1 last 10 games, 2-6-2 to the under. 1-4 St. Louis last 5 games and are 1-4 to the under. Yeah, the only way I can look at this game, all signs point once again to the under. As a matter of fact, the last 3 meetings have gone under in this series, so I have to go back to the under. Under 5.5 goals in this game. For the side itself, actually, I'm gonna look at a puck line in this game. So I like the under, and I'm gonna look at a puck line for the St. Louis game. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, like the under. And I'm gonna look at like I said, a puck line. Or sorry, I'm sorry, not a puck line. Excuse me. Team total. Team total. Sorry. St. Louis at home. Yeah, I'm going to take St. Louis under 2.5 goals. St. Louis in the last, I would say in the last 5 home games, they're averaging. They only average 2 goals. They don't get more than 2 goals. It's 2 goals or less for them, and that's including the 2 road games. They had 2 road games in Colorado and Utah. They average less than 2 goals. So the last five, I'll say the last 5, 6 games, they've gone. It's basically 2 goals or less. They're not getting more than 2 goals. Yeah, so I have to. I'm gonna have to take the. I'm gonna take the under 5.5, and I'm taking team total under 2.5 goals. St. Louis. That's what I'm gonna do here. Let me see if I can get a 3.5. I'm gonna check to see if you can shop around. You should be able to get. I'm gonna check a 3.5 to see if I can get a 3.5. That's even better. I'm gonna look for that. FanDuel has 2.5. I'm gonna look to see other books that have 3. So we're gonna look at the team total. Yeah, the better value is on the 2.5. So I would, for me, I would take 2.5 under team total. St. Louis under 2.5 goals, and I like the under 5.5. I'm gonna go with that. Next game. Let's see. Colorado Calgary. So this one here opened up the total's 5.5. That was the opening. That was the total, and it's at 160. Colorado favored on the money line. Now we're seeing 6. It's gone to 6. So that's Colorado Calgary.
Alert.
This one here, first meeting of the season. So overall, Colorado against other opposition, 4-5-1 last 10 games, 4-6 to the under, 3-2 last 5 games. Colorado. They're on a 4-game road trip. They lost the first game 3-0. So this is the second game of the road trip. 3-2 last 5, Colorado, and 2-3 to the under. So struggling offensively, they're up and down offensively. They're playing defensive hockey, from what I'm seeing. Calgary, 5-5 last 10, 4-6 to the under. Calgary flip-flopping wins and losses. Yep, they're flip-flopping wins and losses. They are 2-3 last 5 games and are 1-4 to the under. Colorado Calgary. So Colorado's lost their last 2 road games. They haven't won on the road in a while. They beat the Rangers, but it was a close game. It's been a while for Colorado. But they've dominated Calgary every time. They've beaten Calgary 5 straight times. They've beaten them 5 straight times, Calgary. So I see why they're favored. Calgary's been up and down. So let me look at this match. Let me look at this one. Let's see here. Calgary, let's see. Wow. I would lean to the under. I'm not sure if I'll get there, but I would lean to the under. Under 5.5 goals. Lean to the under, and I would take Colorado on the money line. But I'm not sure if I'll get there, but that's how I would play this game. I would look at it that way. There's leans. Not sure if I would get there, though. Next game would be Toronto at Seattle. This one's open up 6.5. The over-under. Money line, Toronto's favored. So it's come all the way down to 6. So look at this one here. I do have a play on this one, more of a conviction here that I like on this game. Now they did play at the beginning of the season. This is in Toronto, October 31st. The total was 6. Leafs won 4-1 at home. And since then, the last 10 games for the Leafs, 5-5 last 10, 5-5 to the over. Leafs on a 4-game road trip. This is the 3rd game on the road trip. They are 2-0 on the road trip, 2-0 to the over on the road trip. Overall 2-3 last 5 games, and are 2-3 to the under. So at least starting to pick it up offensively on the road, putting up some goals. Seattle, on the other hand, 4-5-1 last 10, 5-5 to the over. This is the last game out of a 5-game homestand for Seattle. They are 1-3 on the homestand. They look pretty bad. Overall 1-4 on the last 5 games, and are 3-2 to the over. So giving up quite a bit of goals, and they're scoring on the homestand. At least picking up offensively though. They're playing well offensively. This game's at 6. Let's see here. At least really picking it up. Let's see. Let's take a look at this one. If you're getting it at 6.5, my advice to you for this game, because some books do have 6.5. Let me just double check. I've seen some of it go down to 5.5. So you got to shop around. I mean, some of it's gone down to 6, a flat 6. So at the 6.5, I would bet the under. Let me look at the team total, under 6.5. Let me look at the team total here for a moment. I'm going to check something else here. I'm going to look at the team totals. Yeah, this the way I do is this under 6.5 goals. If you even get it at 6, I take the under. I like the under here. Just the line drop alone from 6.5 going to 6 is telling me under. And the Leafs style of play, the way they're playing right now, I know they've gone to the over the last 2 games. But I feel when they played Seattle the first time, they overwhelmed Seattle. Especially the last 3 times they played these guys. They've overwhelmed Seattle, and they've held Seattle in the last 2 meetings to 1 goal. And Seattle's not looking good to me offensively. I know that they've put up some goals. I know they've scored. The last game they've put up 4 goals and lost. 4 against Detroit, 2 against Calgary. I don't know, I just find that against top teams, they don't put up a solid amount of goals, in my opinion. So I think the Leafs style of play, like I said, just like they did the last 2 times, will just have Seattle score 2 goals or less. I don't see Seattle scoring 3 goals against the Leafs. No way. I don't see that. That's why I would look. I would look here. I look at the under 2.5 goals. Let me see if I can get. Let me look at the 3.5 in this game. I'm gonna shop. Let me look at a 3.5 because I don't think Seattle's scoring more than 2 goals on the Leafs. I can't. I don't see that. I personally don't see that. I could be wrong, but I don't see it. Let me see. Let me look at this carefully. Let me look at this closely. Let's see. I'm just trying to get the over. Let me see if I can get the over under here. I was trying to get that. Team totals. Let's see the teams. I'm just looking here. Just bear with me for a second, folks. Just trying to get this team total. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, I don't. I would take. What I would do. I personally would play Seattle team total under 2.5 goals. Like I said, I don't see him scoring more than 2 goals on the Leafs. No way. Under team total under 2.5 goals, Seattle, because the Leafs have basically dominated and they've controlled Seattle from top to bottom. So I don't see that. I don't see them. I don't see them scoring more than 2 goals. So I would do that. That's the team total for me. I would go with the team total here. I like that. I like that play. Yeah, I would definitely do that. So I can see, from my opinion, I can see this game being like a 3-2 game, 3-2 kind of hockey game, 3-2, 2-1, something like that. Yeah, we'll say 3-2, 3-2 Leafs. I can see it kind of like that. So team total under 2.5 goals, Seattle. And I'm going to say Seattle Kraken. No. Hold on, let me see something. Let's see. Yeah, we'll keep it. I'll keep it under the 6.5. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna take Seattle team total under 2.5 goals. I don't see them scoring more than 2 goals on the Leafs. I can't see that. I think the Leafs, and like I said, it's showing, it's reflecting on the total. The total number is 6.5. It's come down to 6. Some books have 6. So it's telling me that they're not expecting a big huge surge in scoring. That's what it's telling me. So I like the under 6, under 6.5. Yeah, so that's the way I look at that game. The last game is going to be Vancouver San Jose. This one here, 5.5 the total. The over under, and then Vancouver's favored in San Jose. Nothing's changed. Still 5.5 total. Still Vancouver favored. They played twice already, head to head. So the first meeting was in San Jose, November 2nd. The total was 6.5. San Jose won 3-2 and was under the total 6.5. Second game, December 23rd. This is in Vancouver. Total is 5.5. And Vancouver won the game 4-3 and went over the total 5.5. So Vancouver's dominated this series. So last 10 games, Vancouver 5-4-1. Last 10 games, 4-6 to the under. Vancouver 3-2 to the last 5 games, and are 2-3 to the under. San Jose 2-8 last 10 games, 7-3 to the over. San Jose 1-5 1-4 last 5 games, and are 4-1 to the over. San Jose. So San Jose giving up a lot of goals offensively. They're really giving up a lot of goals. Yeah, offensively they haven't been playing well, giving up a bunch of goals. Second meeting with Vancouver, they gave up over 3 goals. Yeah, they've been, like I said, they've been scoring, but they're scoring goals, but they're losing. Let's look at this one here. To me, I look at this game here. This looks like, to me, they dominated San Jose so much. I look at this game here with Vancouver and Toronto. Um, I'm sorry, Vancouver and San Jose. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, this game here. I was gonna see this as a look ahead game. Um, I'm gonna take San Jose on the puck line. I know Vancouver's dominated these guys, but I'm gonna take San Jose on the puck line. I know San Jose, they haven't been playing the greatest. They've been blown out. Getting blown out at home. But I know at least I'd say in the last 5 games, at least 3 out of the 5 games, they've kept the game within 1 goal. Nashville, they kept it within a goal at home. Pittsburgh, they lost and stayed within a goal but won. And the last game at home, Montreal, they lost by a goal. So I noticed in their games that they've stayed within a goal. They stayed within 1 goal. They're in their last. Um, yeah, they've stayed within a goal. I've noticed. At least the last 3 out of 4 games, they've stayed within a goal at home. So in this game I'm gonna take San Jose on the puck line to keep it within a goal. I believe Vancouver, they're looking ahead to Toronto. This is another reason why I'm on San Jose, because I feel Vancouver's looking ahead to the Leafs. They got the Leafs at home coming up this Saturday, I believe. So this is a look ahead spot for Vancouver. So instead of taking, obviously, San Jose to win the game, I like him here on the puck line. I'll say the puck line plus 1.5 goals. I'm going to say that. I like him there. I think they stay at least within a goal. I know the last, let me look here. The last 2 games that they played, actually, they've stayed within a goal. They stayed within 1 goal of, San Jose stayed within 1 goal of Vancouver. They've lost by a goal. So I think this is good value. That's another reason why I like the puck line. Puck line plus 1.5 San Jose. I like the puck line here. They kept it within the goal. I like this spot. No play on the total, but I like San Jose here plus 1.5 goals. I like plus 1.5 goals here. Yeah, that's my play on this one. Let's see. And then we went over a few of these games. I'll go over the games. I'll go over my picks again. I know we did a lot. San Jose plus 1.5 goals. Leafs, Seattle under 6.5 goals. Seattle under 2.5 goals team total. So I like the team total under for that. Colorado, Calgary, I believe I'm passing on this one. I don't think I have a play on this one. If I did, I would lean to the under and lean to Colorado. Those are just leans, not a strong play there. Florida, St. Louis. I'm gonna take the under in this game, under 5.5. That's a lean. The strong play, Carolina, Minnesota under 5.5. I like the under here. I think that's a strong play there. Utah, Columbus under 5.5. Playing a lot of unders. Ottawa. I think we mentioned the under. Yeah, under 5.5. Ottawa, Tampa Bay under. Actually, let me look at that one again. I think I said the under. I think that's the one I gave out. Let me go back to that. Let's see here. I'm sorry. I like the over. Excuse me. Sorry about that. My apologies. I like the over. Yeah, I like the over in this one. Over 5.5. I like the over here. Washington, Philly. This one's the under. I like the under in this game. Under 5.5. And then New Jersey, Vegas. I like the under 5.5 as well. So that's my recap for all the picks for hockey. Thank you for joining me. My name is Abby. Hope I didn't confuse you guys with recapping the picks. Hope I cleared up everything. Whether you fade or follow, it's up to you. I hope you cash your tickets either way, whether you fade or follow. Thank you for joining me. Stay true to yourself. Believe in yourself. Stay humble. Stay grounded. And don't forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button so we can provide more of these top picks and plays for the over-unders, the totals, sides, money, puck line, money line. So just hang tight and hit the like button, subscribe to get more of these plays. Peace. Have a good one.